Morning everyone. This week we're going to continue looking at fractions and we're going to start to think about tenths. So tenths is when a whole is split into 10 equal parts. One of those parts would be called a tenth. We can see that here we have two different shapes. Both are split into 10 parts. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And both of these shapes have one part shaded in. So that means that both of these shapes here represent 1/10. And we can write that as a fraction by writing 1, which is our numerator. And then we have our line across the middle, which we know is called our vinculum. And then we have 10, which is our denominator. So now we have a sequence here. We have 1/10, 2/10, 3/10, 4/10, 5/10. So what can we spot in this sequence that is always staying the same? Have a think about what you think always stays the same in this sequence. So the denominator always stays the same. So even though we're counting up and the numerator is changing, the denominator always stays the same. Have a look at this sequence and have a think about what you think would be the next fraction in this sequence if we know that it goes 1/10, 2/10, 3/10, 4/10, 5/10. So each time we're counting up in 1/10, what would be the next number in the sequence? It would be 6/10. Okay, now we're going to have a look at counting backwards in tenth. So we start at 10/10, and then it's 9/10, and then it's 8/10. And what would be the next number in this sequence? So what would be the next fraction? So again, the denominator is staying the same, but each time the numerator changes because we're counting backwards. So 10/10, 9/10, 8/10, it would be 7/10. So what we need to remember when we're counting up and down in tenths is that the numerator always changes, but the denominator always stays the same. So what we're going to do now is we're going to have a look at our work for the day, and we're going to see if we can complete our sequences on tenths and have a go at counting up and down in tenths.